Today on Chris Does What, we're going to talk about interstate moves and how we did it, and the pitfalls, the cost associated that we saw doing that, and things of that nature. So, y'all guys stay tuned. Okay guys, so moving in between states, it is very costly, especially the more stuff you have, and stuff is expensive to move. There was cost associated with the storage, the containers we used to move from Texas to Florida, the storage of the containers, the rent, and then all the unforeseen, unexpected costs that came along the way.
Right. Those were fun.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. So why did we choose to go the pod way?
Well, I think we went the pod way because we needed a place to store our stuff while we looked for a home, because we moved and we were actually homeless for a bit. It was exciting. So we actually stayed in a
well, it's a condo that we use HomeAway.com a lot for renting homes, or a condo for vacationing and stuff. So that saved us a lot of money because everything was paid for. It was furnished, so we didn't have to. So we could store our furniture while we were looking for a home. But the costs of getting your stuff into pods and transported, you know, I honestly, I sat down one day and was looking at the cost of that. With the 2 months of having to store our stuff and the travel costs for them to go from Texas to Florida, it was with 1.5 pods, do I mind you, it was 2 sizes. It cost us about $5,000 or $6,000, and then on top of that, we had to rent, so that was another $4,000 for 2 months. So buying a house when we moved here was very important to us because we knew that it would save us money. We're not renters anymore. You know, when we were younger we were, but not anymore. And not only those costs, but the costs of actually getting everything over into Florida, like love bugs, like
your registration for your cars, your driver's license, just a number of unexpected things that came up. I think all in total we spent what, $10,000–$15,000 moving?
I want to say by the time we got into this house and everything we had to do to move, get into a new home, change all our vehicles over to Florida, it was probably about $15,000 of money that we'll never see again. So
went and just poof, gone.
Right.
It was all services, and plus, you know, we did pay for movers to move our stuff in the house.
We did.
So
because, you know, we didn't have anybody to rely on or help us out, so we hired movers to pack up the pods, which I highly recommend because it's like they know how to Tetris it and everything. You know.
Don't get your buddy and some beer and think you're going to really utilize that pod space.
They stuffed it all in there. I mean, I was actually shocked that they stuffed a 1,600 square foot home in there. But it worked because they knew what they were doing. And then we hired people to unpack the pods when we moved into this home. And altogether, those moving, $700 for them to pack us up and to unpack us. And that's not packing our boxes or anything. That was just packing the pods.
And then each registration of the car is, you're looking at $400 a car. And so if you have, you know, 2-3 cars, you're getting over in $1,000. That's expensive. Then you have, it's just, if you have kids in school, it's finding schools. You have to, you work around their schedule. Of course, your job, you're going to have to continue to work so you can continue with a lifestyle that you're comfortable with. It's a lot of work, but for us it was well worth it because we moved closer to the beach and things worked out. It's not quite as hot here. You may see me sweating a bit, but it's not quite as hot here as it is in Texas. Do like that. Of course, love bugs, which we're having a mass swarming today of love bugs.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it.
But the move, me and my husband talked about that you really, really want. You're gonna have to want to do that. The move is gonna have to be something you really want because the costs underlying could probably put you in the poorhouse if you're not saving for it. We saved for it for about 3 years because we knew it was gonna cost quite a bit of money, but it was worth it to us because we wanted to move closer to the beaches. But
it was part of our big dreams. So, and you also check out our website. It's chrisdoeswhat.com and Big Dreams. Right now you see a lot of cooking with Danielle on there. But you'll also see aspects of where we live and actually read about.
We'll have detailed blog about this video because we really want people to understand that when picking up and moving, it's easier when you're younger, but when you're older and you've collected a lot of things and you have kids and a dog, we had a dog, that was another major thing, was trying to find a place to rent with an animal. Most people don't want to rent their condos to you for, with an animal. So that put a big damper in where we could live for a little while. So animals definitely, those will up your costs. There was a lot of other cheaper places we could have rented, but they wouldn't accept animals. So.
But they accepted me.
You're my animal. But yeah, so I would say, honestly, if you're going to do a state-to-state move at a time in your life, probably when you've established a little bit more, I would say about $10,000, $15,000, honestly, for everything, for moving and for your stuff to be moved, for renting, for getting everything situated to the new state you're in.
It may be cheaper just to get rid of everything and start over.
We did think about that. We seriously did, but there's stuff that I just could not part with. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's a little bit more sentimental than I am.
Just a little bit.
But
we did purge a lot. We purged an entire pod of stuff before we moved because we did not want to pay for it to be moved. It was not anything we were using anymore, and so we had AM Vets pick it up.
Right.
And yeah, they're a great service if you want to. And there's another love bug. If you want to, call somebody out to come pick up a bunch of stuff that you're trying to get rid of, AM Vets
are awesome.
Is great.
And plus, if you have all this clutter around, no time is better than the present to get rid of it. Even if you're not moving, it does take up space. I've got love bugs all over me. It does take up a lot of space, and who wants to be a pack rat, really? A hoarder? Not for us. Kind of minimalist. We want to, our next dream is to live on a boat and...
Where are we putting all our stuff? I don't know. Don't ask me yet. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It won't fit on the boat, so that's going to be interesting. But that's another chapter in our life. And like I said, you have to have dreams to move between states. Just make a plan and put the plan in action. If your dream if your dream is to sell around the world, another plan. If you're a young college student or just getting out of the house, you may want to just do a travel trailer and start your big dreams and keep yourself mobile so you can easily move from Texas to Florida. just hitching out to your truck and finding a campsite.
Well, that would have been easier.
That would have been cheap.
We didn't think of that when we moved here. That kind of would have been a great idea. You know, we probably could have camped out in a camper and had a lot less cheaper rent. But, you know, whatever. We did it that way. So,
we have a camper now. But
that's not ours.
Oh,
it's our son's. He bought it and he's going to live in it. So, you know, he's kind of doing, taking mom and dad's advice in that, and not throwing $1,000 a month towards rent where he'll never see it again. And he decided he's going to live in his own little tiny home. And I think it's great because, you know, he has an investment already. He doesn't have to pay rent, just, you know, of course, camping costs or whatever. But, yeah, he's doing it a lot better than what we started out with. And I think that that was a learning lesson for our children. They watched us make all the mistakes, and now they're going to do what we probably should have done from the beginning.
So if you're young and watching this video, learn from your parents' blunders, because they're going to make a lot of them. And you don't want to make the same ones. Make your own.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to conclude this. Like I said, you can check us out on our blog at chrisdoeswhat.com. It's also dininginwithdanielle.com. Danielle is an awesome cook. She has some great recipes on there. Of course, she's putting new recipes on there every week. So that would be a you know, good, healthy cooking, but not that many ingredients. So she tries to keep it simple so you can cook and cook good and not break the bank doing it. Also, if you want to help support us and you like Amazon, go out to our Amazon link on our blog and click there and shop through there. That will help us out tremendously.
We shop there all the time.
Yes, and but if you shop there through us, it doesn't cost you anything extra, and we earn a few proceeds from it, which helps pay for us to do this. And advertising, and not just work all the equipment, and you know, because if I didn't get that, we wouldn't be doing this. I would just be working all the time, and which I still do. I still work all the time. But y'all guys, please take care.